Okay, guys, so I think it was June 30. As a matter of fact, prior to June 30, I've been wanting to talk about, I think I might have touched on her, Chloe Bailey. She goes by Chloe. That's her musical act name. Um, well, her full name is Chloe Bailey, but she just goes by Chloe. And I believe, I don't know if it was both her and her sister who were signed, who are somewhat being managed, not signed, because I don't know if Beyonce having a record label, but they're somewhat under the guidance of Beyonce, or is it just Chloe Bailey? I don't care to research all that shit. All I cared to know was her natal aspects to some degree, because I don't know her time of birth. Over time, I could, like, if I observe her long enough, I could pinpoint and pick up on um, her rising or her ascendant, which would be the first house energy. I'm getting a strong Scorpio vibe from her though, and when I looked into her natal chart, I saw that had she has a moon in Libra. The moon was in Libra when she was born. Um, and that does pull on that Scorpio in the fifth house frequency, and that's why I was getting that strong Scorpio frequency. Because I did say this before, and this wasn't something I was in a rush to talk about, because like I said, it's been months now that I think I even mentioned briefly. I even spoke about her briefly. I didn't go into depth. This is not going to be a long video, just the same. But yeah, I did talk about her. I just remember she's trying too much. And, I'm not taking from, her ability to sing and maybe perform, but because I've never watched her perform before, whether on the internet or otherwise. I did see one of her musical videos. I don't remember if I watched it in entirety. Um, in this case, less is more, in the sense of how you exude your energies to the public. Less is more, and when you say ish like this, then you have toxic women who claim that they are divine feminines, which they're not, because divine feminines are balanced. We know when to, stand up and be seen, when it's necessary for us to be seen, and we know when to, just recline into the background. And I would have, I guess it's the deacon. No, I would not say it's the deacon. It's the other aspects. And that's why I tell people, do not judge people solely on their sun frequencies. Because people are going to, now label all Cancer women, because she was born July 1, she's a sun in Cancer. People are going to label all Cancer. Some people, shallow people, are going to label all Cancer women as hoes. Attention hoes, women who are desperate for attention. And there are other aspects, and yeah, you may find a lot of them under that frequency who may be like that, but that's because they were, maybe most likely you meet a group who were born the same year, so that's the same Chinese astrological frequency, and during the same week. So they'd have similar transits. Okay, possibly, within, the same 2.5 to 3 day span. Okay, so they may have the same moon frequency also. But that doesn't mean that, the whole Cancer frequency is a certain way. And that is why knowledge is power. You have to understand to understand. Okay? So the moon in Libra now, and there are other aspects that I saw, like she got a Mercury in Leo, she got Venus in Gemini, and those people can be very wishy-washy where relationships and connections and communication, they can be hypocrites. They can say one thing now and change their mouths, a few minutes later, a few seconds, a few hours later, a few days later. They can, like be really into, especially with the Mercury in Leo, they can seem really, 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 into something or someone now. And it doesn't take much for their attention or their passions or desires to switch from one person to the next. So I'm just saying she's a hoe. Like, sometimes we just try to pretty things up too much, and it's just right there before our eyes. And, of course, disclaimer, all this is just for entertainment purpose, but I'm reading into the natal aspects, and I'm just telling you guys, because I don't follow her on social media. I don't watch her. I just, like, sometimes I'm on YouTube and videos, they pop up like award videos and ish, and she would the videos they run without you touching them to play them, and you would just see a glimpse, or kind of recap, not really recap, but a glimpse of what the video is about. So yeah. And then I saw that she got her Saturn in Taurus, okay, and Jupiter in Pisces. Now, I'm gonna say people with Jupiter in Pisces are very lazy. And then with the Saturn in Taurus, she's very opportunistic. And sometimes we see these women, they're with these guys in the industry who they know are assholes, right? But why are they still with these assholes? It's not that, okay, they think that, sometimes it's not that sometimes it is that they think that they are, the one who's going to change these guys, because they're delusional, which is also another aspect of Jupiter in Pisces, okay? But sometimes it is that they want to use these people for what they have, okay? And this could just be their name. To piggyback. A lot of women in the industry, they're doing that. That's why I said a lot of these groupies are up in the music industry, claiming to be performers. Well, they are performers. Groupies are performers, claiming to be artists, singers, songwriters, whatever. Okay? And I did get that energy from her. I did get it from her, and I was like, I have no basis or evidence to substantiate how I felt, but I've been learning more and more to trust my intuition. And now, just looking into her natal aspect a while ago, I'm gonna say that there's so few women, as a matter of fact, who are gonna get involved with a man because they authentically want to give and receive. They really want to love him. They really want to mix energies with him and just live a beautiful life. And they don't really want to take from him. There's so few women who are willing to build their own reputation by, just putting out the work. You have women who are gifted, yeah, but they are not willing to allow time to transpire and to prove themselves to be worthy of people's patronage, worthy of people's attentions, worthy of people's support. Okay, they want all of that right now. And so the easiest way they can get that is to mix and mingle their energies with somebody who already seemingly got a name for themselves. And so they get involved with these rappers because, they're the easiest ones to, piggyback on, because they're hoes. These male rappers, majority of them, man hoes. So they piggyback on these male rappers' backs. They use them for their names, and they use them for their crotch. And it is what it is. And then they're on to the other hoe who, is willing to, use them for their name so they can use them for their crotch. And it just, and there's a lot of, and let me tell you, you think a lot of these people are engaging in protected sex up in the music industry? No, they're not. They're not. I mean, people, they value vanity than their health, than their future. Because, they think about now. All they think about is now. What I can get now. I mean, like, if they thought about the future, they would sit down, put in the work, and patiently wait for the rewards. All these women you see going around with these rappers, wanting to be posted up with these rappers. You think they're doing it for love? You think they love these rappers? They don't love them. They're stupid, but they're not that stupid. They know these men are loyal to nobody but the game. Because to them, it's all a game. All them hoes, men and women hoes. It's just the game. So they think that, okay, I can let him use me whilst I use him. Fair game. That's what they consider it. And it's okay for them to have unprotected sex with them. Oh, they look healthy. They don't have anything. Okay, at least I'm gonna get 35,000 US, or I'm gonna get a feature that I don't have to pay for, or I'm gonna get a feature and a lot of attention, a lot of clout, a lot of patronage, a lot of attention. I'm gonna be so famous. But they don't think that they may contract HIV/AIDS. They don't think that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, they may die from that ish. It's what they want now. Later they'll worry about later. So if they were thinking, about the future, futuristically, they would put in the work and wait. Record their songs, upload their songs, sell, put their songs out to be sold, do them video shoots. They don't even got to do collaborations. Once you're gifted and talented, you put out your work and you wait. What else can you do? What else are you going to do? People are too busybody. And that's another thing with Mercury in Leo. They're busybodies, but not in a conscious way. They want everything now. That's that Leo frequency. It's not futuristic like Aquarius. That's a dangerous frequency. I'm just saying. How I see Caucasians move is so different from how I see black people move. Black people, that Leo frequency. White people, that Aquarius frequency. How I see them move is so different. Because you'll have a Caucasian labor for decades and never receive their reward until they're aged. And they're okay with that. Black people, they want their rewards now. And not saying you don't got Caucasians who are drug sellers, but you got way more black drug sellers, drug lords than you got, Caucasians. You got the Caucasians who are the scientists. Not saying you don't got black scientists. I'm talking about the majority, guys. They're the scientists. They're putting out the work. People call them crazy, weird, mad scientists. And then when they're aged, old, they get Nobel Prizes. Oh, we realize you were right 20, 30, 40 years ago. But they don't care. Because they know that at a point in the future, the world will recognize their greatness. We'll see they were correct 40 years ago. They're okay. They're patient. Because they know that change, which is Aquarius frequency, is the only thing that's constant. Oh, you think I'm wrong today? I know you won't think so tomorrow. Because it will be proven that I'm right. Tomorrow is the future. And the future is everything. Because without the future, you only got today. Meaning you're dead. You're walking dead. So I'm not putting down black people because you got a lot of black Aquarians, black people with Aquarius highly aspected who are very futuristic. But majority black people don't got Aquarius highly aspected. There are other frequencies that they got. Okay? And they think about now. And that's why it's so seldom you will find a black family that will support their family members in their in pursuing their passions. Because they're going to say what you're doing is nonsense. You're not making any money from that. You're lazy, you're worthless, you're careless, you're not doing anything. You're wasting time because whatever you're doing, it's supposed to pay off right now. And so you find a lot of these people within the black community, they turn to prostitution, scamming, robbing, okay? Just stealing, all kinds of unscrupulous-ish. It's frequencies and energies, people. You got Caucasians who are scammers, who rob. I'm not saying you don't got them. You got them. But it's not the majority. Just as you got black scientists, but it's not the majority of black people who are black Aquarians. That's what I call Aquarius scientists. It's the scientists, they're futuristic. Aquarius is, Aquarius rules science, technology, astrology, astronomy. Yeah, the future. So I think she's trying too much. I think I kind of left off of her base. But I'm trying to explain exactly why, she is the way she is. Because Sun in Cancer is a beautiful frequency, but it's the other aspects that she's got in her natal chart. Like the Moon in Libra. Because people with from that Scorpio spectrum of frequencies, they're users. And that also includes people born the year of the goat. Because that synchronizes with Scorpio frequency. Anybody who was born in the year of a goat, any year of the goat person, yeah. As long as they were born during the year of the goat, yeah. They only get involved in connections, whether it's with a lover or a neighbor or a friend, a coworker, so they can use them to their own benefits and advantage. Whether it benefits you, they don't really care as long as it benefits them. They don't care about justice or balancing the scales. They don't care about balancing the scales. Libra is not well aspected in the moon. It's not well aspected in the moon placement there. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Libra is best aspected when it's in Mercury. Or when Mercury is in Libra. That's the best placement for Libra. Not even when Libra is in the sun. Not even when Libra is in the sun, it is well aspected. The best placement for Libra is not well aspected in any of its fellow cardinal frequencies. Not in Aries, the first house, not in Cancer, the fourth house, not in Saturn, the 10th house. It's not well aspected. And when I say well aspected, I mean benefiting both you and other people, being in a balanced place. It's not even well aspected when it's in its own house. Venus or the 7th house. It's not even well aspected there. They said Mercury. I cannot think of another placement that is beautiful for Libra. Maybe Lilith. Well, Lilith is Libra. Okay, that's also the best placement. Mercury and Lilith. Okay. But there will be, sometimes these people are called to be in a little way activists, people expose and reveal ish. I do see where she got her Lilith in Libra. Okay, and that, but the way that synchronizes with the other aspects is not good. If she had other aspects with that Lilith in Libra, it wouldn't be bad. Because it's like you telling a hoe to tone it down and they turn ish up because they just feel like, okay, because you're telling them to tone it down, you just a hater and it's not conscious advice. Some advices are good. And so that's the Lilith, is that place of rebellion. So she is rebellious where she's exposing it all because maybe she grew up with, her mother and her father told her to dress a certain way, be conservative, be dressed more conserved in a more conservative way. And she's like, oh no, she wants to bear it all, which we see her doing that. She's doing the most. But her doing that is not liberating. It's not, I'm rebelling in a conscious way. It is she got certain frequencies. She got certain aspects. And maybe her parents saw that in her. And for her own good, and I believe that if they told her that was for her own good, they meant, well, it wasn't to try to sabotage her. Sometimes people tell you to cover up, but it's because they're jealous and they're trying to sabotage you. I did a video on another account that I got in another platform also. Woman, it is less ain't always more. Because less is more where makeup is concerned. And why doing doing the most where she's like, what Chloe, is doing is concerned. Chloe Bailey, but where clothing is concerned, it is not always more. It is meaning it's not always best to wear less. You have to first and foremost consider your body shape and form and type. Now, women want to have these big boobs and dress as though they got small boobs. Certain tops are meant for women with smaller breasts, not for big breast women. There are clothing that you wear when you got big breasts versus what you wear when you got small breasts. And you can try to fight me all you want, but it is the truth. Plus how your top accentuates or blends in with your bottom. Because you may have a really cute top where, like, okay, maybe you got small boobs, but just the way your boobs, you just got to know as a woman, like, I dress scantily sometimes, and sometimes I wear a lot of clothes. You got to know when to do so because sometimes you emit a different frequency where in which if you wear scanty clothes, you just look like a hoe. And there are other days when you wear scanty clothes and you just look sexy as fuck. So it's not okay. Every day I'm gonna dress scanty because I want to be a thirst trap. That's just not how it goes. You gotta, because each day or each transit, whether it's when the moon changes energies, we just emit a different frequency, or Saturn changes frequencies, or Jupiter, or whatever, or the month, or the Earth changes frequency. You dress differently, man. Do you dress the same winter as how you dress summer or spring or autumn? No, because they're different, seasons. So you gotta dress differently according to the season, and there's sub headings to that ish. There's subcategories to that ish. So within the seasons, you got the different frequencies that the Earth travels in transits in, and you got different frequencies that the other astral celestial bodies, transiting, like Mars, Venus, Mercury. Okay, you gotta consider those ish. And this is, tapping, and you don't necessarily gotta understand astrology, but it's just knowing yourself as a person. I think that people with Moon in Libra, they tend to be, oblivious to their intuition. Their intuition is numb, and they have to do more than others to trigger or tantalize their intuition. I believe that, based on what I know about, what the moon means and what Libra means, and them being together. Yeah, it's not clear. I think, Venus in Libra would be a much better placement than Moon in Libra, even though I said even then it's not, that favorable. That could mean a lot of drama, but that is good though, because that's, knowing ish. So at least, she would, but she got her Venus in Gemini. So that means she's got a horrible natal chart. I'm just saying. It's like her intuition is just turned the fuck down low. She knows so little. She understands so little. She's just like, it doesn't matter how grown she is, she just will never understand enough about the world. That's that Venus in Gemini. We could say they're very naive. I think the best aspect that she's got is the Sun in Cancer. And I will not say Lilith in Libra, because that only goes if you've got beautiful aspects outside of that. Because if you're toxic, you having Lilith in Libra is just going to make you more fucking toxic. Because if you need to fucking just tone it down, and people advise you to do so, and you're going to rebel with that Lilith in Libra to just bear it all, you just make shit and matters worse for yourself. So it's just what it is. She is doing the most. I mean, like, I'm trying to remember what the hell I saw on YouTube. I think it was June 30. I saw something on YouTube, a video. And I was just, maybe listening to meditational music, waiting for it to end. And I was just on YouTube, and, some videos were playing because I didn't want to disrupt, the music in the background. And the videos were playing, like I said, just running, not really playing. And I was like, this girl is just really doing the most. And it's like, she's trying to get support and attention the wrong way. And, when you talk ish, people, say, oh, it's her body, stop, stereotyping, stop discriminating, stop trying to put her down, stop putting her down. She's a woman, she's free, she's free to expose herself if she wants. And you're right, she's fucking free to do that. But whatever it is that she's trying to accomplish in doing that, is she going to be able to accomplish that, in doing that? Because I'm just saying, it's just the wrong fucking avenue. She's down the wrong avenue. She's taking the wrong path. She's taking the wrong course. Because I can tell, I know what she's trying to accomplish. But she's going about it the wrong way. And she going to end up catching something. Some STD. If she continues down that way. Because she's obviously desperate for attention, and not every woman who bears skin is, but she definitely is crying out for attention. What's she gonna do with that attention? I know her natal aspects. Every ninja who hollers at her, she gonna allow to enter her pomegranate. I ain't even gonna call it lotus flower, because a lot of you women want to talk about your coochie is a lotus flower. It is not. A lot of you, a lot of women, their coochie is a thirst trap, and it is a trap containing all kinds of virus and sickness and destruction. Kills men's values. It kills their blessings. It's just cursed. Once they go there, their reputations go to shit. Their wealth goes to shit. That's literally what I'm seeing with that Saturn in Taurus. She curses people's natures, people's possessions. And that's because she got Jupiter in Pisces. She's very fucking lazy. And her intentions are to use people to get what the fuck she wants. So people gotta understand people's need. And you got men who are like that. You gotta know the natal aspects of people before you get involved with them, especially before you have unprotected sex with them and mix your juices with them. You cannot be mixing your juices with anybody. Some of these people are cursed. They take on your destiny, your blessings, and curse you. That's how they feed off of you. And now, I would not call them succubuses or incubuses. It's different. Because people, they give succubuses a bad rap. A succubus can control you through sex, and they don't even gotta have sex with you. That's the thing. A woman who uses sex to curse you is not a succubus. Succubuses, they do not curse people. Okay? They do not do that ish. That's a fucking devil or Satan that does that. Okay? A succubus or an incubus is a man or woman or man, respectively, who is so alluring. They may not meet the Matrix's beauty requirements, but there's something about them that is so magnetic. They may not be pale skinned or light skinned. They may not have long curly hair, long wavy or long straight hairs. They may not have colored eyes, whether blue, green, or hazel, or gray. Well, some may say gray is not a color, but we know we're in terms of eyes, anything other than dark brown. Yeah, the norm, the majority, what's common. They may not have that. Okay. And you don't gotta have colored eyes to be what I'm saying. You don't gotta have a distinguished physical feature to be a succubus. This is energy, okay? You don't have to have big boobs to be a succubus, or big butts that be telling a whole bunch of lies. You don't have to have that to be a succubus. You don't have to have the Coca-Cola bottle shape. You can be skinny, meager, straight. But there's something. Your energy is intoxicating, like you're a snake. You're hypnotic. So a lot of these women, they got big boobs. Some may have, big ass, and they think that they're succubuses because that's stupid. They may be mixed, biracial. They may be Caucasian. They may have, colored eyes. They may have really long hair. That does not make you a succubus. Because a man wants to be with you because of your a man wanting to be with you because of your ethnic background does not make you a alluring or a succubus. How can you tell a succubus? This woman is odd, eccentric. She may seem even goofy. She may even seem like a nerd. She don't got a lot of friends. But for some reason, She don't got the big boobs. She don't got a lot of money. She did not come from a wealthy background. But for some reason, she got all the men weak and at their knees because she don't got money to give them. She don't got clout for them to be frightened over that they are rushing to her. She got nothing that is vain why they want her, but they still want her. So a lot of you need to reconfigure your mind in regards to what a succubus and an incubus is, because it goes for men too. They're not the sexy Liam Hemsworth kind of guy. And I'm not just talking about his blonde hair or his, colored eyes. But the buff body, he don't got that. He might not even be tall. Okay? But there's something that's alluring and attractive about him. That's pulling. That pulls your attention. That makes you want to sleep with him. Give him your energies. Okay? And that's why a lot of chicks be going and getting surgeries done. Because they want to look like a succubus. A succubus doesn't have a form. A succubus's form changes. They're shape shifters. Idiots. They will look how you want them to look. Your ideal person, they transform into that on a physical scale, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual scale, but they don't have a constant physical form. These are shape shifters. So whatever is perfection to you, they will transform into that to get your ass. But they don't have a specific form. That's what I'm trying to say. So these idiots out there who think, oh, succubuses, they gotta have big boobs. No, idiots. Succubuses, they gotta have big arms, muscular arms and chest. They don't gotta. Okay? They gotta talk a certain way. No, they change their voices too. Yeah, me can chat patois clean and straight. But I can also talk like this. Okay? So succubuses are shapeshifters. Okay? On every scale. Every level. Every scale. Succubuses are shapeshifters. Oh, he was a thick-ass dude. Muscular. He thinks, oh, you heard that? You don't like them guys? All of a sudden, Ninja's skinny as fuck. But he ain't got AIDS. He's an incubus. And their skin complexion can change also. From light pigmented to dark pigmented, red undertone, yellow undertone, whatever the F this is something, these are AIs, artificial intelligence, and it's to say not that they're programmed by people, which to some people that's what AI means, but when I say that, it is like succubuses and incubuses transform subconsciously. This is something that happens because they subconsciously read your mind. They're not even conscious that they're doing this shit. It's just their nature. It just automatically does this, and they just fucking transform. They see you, they want you, they just be transforming and shit. They change up their diets and shit. All of a sudden, and this isn't forced, guys. This ain't forced. All of a sudden, they don't eat meat anymore. All of a sudden, they eat meat, though they were vegan. And this is because they're preparing to be in a connection with you. They weren't prissy, and they didn't used to dress a certain way. All of a sudden, they dress that way because that's what you like. All of a sudden, they're minimalist because they know that's what you like. That's them preparing to take your soul. Okay? Oh, yeah. And so these people are witches and wizards. They're witches and warlocks by nature. These people, they don't have friends. I'm just saying. You know, a lot of people may want to be their friend, but these people, they do not spread their energies thin because they got to invest that energy in their transmutation and transformations. It takes a lot of energy. And you have moments where which they sleep a whole lot, like vampires. Okay, it's kind of vampiristic. You know, they're like kind of like vampires. They sleep a whole lot. And then they got a moment where in which they don't sleep any at all. They seldomly sleep, if any at all. Okay? So they will be sleeping a whole lot. They'll be sleeping day and night. They'll get up, you know, every now and then to get ish done, maybe eat. And then, you know, there's a moment where in which they do not sleep at all. They may take a few hours of nap, and that's it. They don't need to sleep a lot. They seldomly sleep through the night, and they don't sleep through the day at all. And they don't have time because other than people who they're involved with sexually, you know, or in a relationship, because these people, they have to make time. They cannot spread their energies thin. So if you know somebody who got a lot of friends or companions, that's not a succubus. A succubus, you got people who be pretending to. A succubus, this is how they are from childhood. They're possibly most likely that kid in your class or school who never had any friends, or that could be you. Never had any friends. I mean, like, people, it's not that people are mean to you. You could have friends, but you just don't have any friends because you don't want friends. Like, people try to make friends with you and you just didn't care for their friendships. People wanted to be your friend and you just did not care to be their friend. Okay? You're in your mind, creating your dreamland, your dream world, or saving your energy for the next victim. So these are people who, you know, who ever since they set foot on this earth, they've been introverted. They're not afraid of people. They're not shy. They just are reserved. They're introverted. These are the succubuses. These are the succubus. Okay? The incubuses. So if you know a guy or a chick, you know, you wonder why. I mean, they're not afraid of talking to people because, like, some people are just really shy. But these people are just this person is just really introverted. And they got this alluring essence or presence to them. Chances are that's a succubus or incubus. Okay? Most likely. I'm just saying. So I'm going to leave it right to there. Okay? So, you know, that's why I tell you, you know, these women who are going around using men, you know, a lot of them, they got a lot of other people they're using. These are not succubuses or incubuses. I just told you who or how you can identify a succubus or incubus, and that's that. So I'm just saying, she's trying too much, and, you know, she just seems like a hoe, which, looking at her natal aspects, that's a hoe. Ho, ho, ho.